Well, this is our last lab and our last time meeting, other than the celebration next week. This is our last time meeting in Gym Addicts. Okay, so we're going to be doing our second plan reading exercise. And so let me explain how this is going to work. So we're going to take the same set of plans that you all took last time. This was at the very start of the semester. If you remember, I gave you all a set of plans, and I was basically asking you some pretty fundamental information about what was in the drawings. Well, we now have a much deeper understanding of what's going on them now. So you'll actually see that from the very first page, because you'll see curve data, and you'll see R's and L's and T's and LC's. You're like, oh, I remember this stuff, because we computed it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to these plans, and I'm going to ask you a more in-depth set of questions related to the plans, and I'm also going to have you do some computations related to them. Okay? So the idea is you're going to compute some values and see if they match what's in the plans. Okay? Now, the other thing about this lab that's a little different is what's going on at this station right here. So at this station, we have a planimeter. Okay? So a planimeter is a device that can be used to compute the area of a given arbitrary region. So the idea is that you open up the planimeter, you turn it on, you insert the scale of the drawing, okay? And then what you do is you place your planimeter at a given point, a fixed point on the region. You trace around it, and you go back to the point that you started, and it will report the area that you trace. Okay? Now, a couple things about this. The planimeter that we have is a really nice one, but it's also a really sensitive one. So there will probably be some scatter in terms of the data that you collect, right? So if there's 3 people in your group, 3 of you are going to trace the cut and trace the fill, and you're going to get 3 different answers. Okay, I'll just tell you. All right, but this isn't really, you're not going to be graded on accuracy. I just want you to get the experience to do it. As for using the planimeter, what you need to do is take your time. Don't take too much time, but take your time, trace the area slowly, and then make sure that you pick a point that, whatever point that you start on, you want to pick a very clear point so that you can end back at that point. Okay? Now what we're going to do is, I'm going to give everybody their lab handouts, but what we're going to do is, everybody's going to start doing their own thing, but with group 1, I'm actually going to have you do the earthwork part first. Okay? I have the planimeter station set up right here. Once group 1 is done with the planimeter, they're going to let me know, and then group 2, you all are going to start the planimeter, and then group 3, you all are going to start the planimeter, so that we rotate around this, okay? Sound good? Any questions? All right. With that, let me go ahead and turn this off, and we'll get started.
How much is one of them puppies cost?
It's about, that one's about $700, so it's not that bad.